Let's see. Is my mic on? What mic is it using? That's nice. What about this? I guess I don't need that. So let's see. We have PPMIs, right? This is the full PPMI of the of all of the data. Oh. This is a full entirety of PPMI, or all of the counts, or PPMI from all of the bigram counts within the PTB dataset here, right? So what's the next step? What our goals are? Well, part of our goal is to cluster things, right? Cluster words into vectors. Now, perhaps we could make a simple example or simple experiment. I don't even fucking know what I'm doing, bruh. I don't know. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fuck your mom. So up to this point, what are we doing? We are batchifying the data set, and then we are splitting it like this, and then we are assigning it to this temp thing, right? This thing. Now what's the purpose for this? Well, the purpose is, I think we should determine what the purpose of all this is. The main purpose is to see with limited amount of data if we can get the part of speech tags. Yeah, the clustering basically. But ideally we want our clustering to be generalistic. Clustering. So how should I cluster? Again, I'm fucking getting distracted again. Holy fuck, what's wrong with me? I'm getting distracted, I cannot focus for a fucking single minute. Like, am I retarded? Or what? Like, up to this point, okay, it's normal. Then what? You know what? Fuck this all. Fuck all this shit. this is what I'm gonna do. Just wait, okay? This is what I'm gonna do. Ooh. I'll call this POS2 because I don't know what else to call it. This is like 0.1% of the entire training data. We can see that by saying bigrams.shape. Right, we only have this much, and that's very little, and that's fine. Now, do I have those fucking things like most similar, etc.? No, I don't think I have. Top keywords, that's all I have. Let's not complicate it, to be honest. All we got to do is say no. Okay, so we have the PPMIs. The next step is just simply similarity, which is just, should I have a similarity matrix, square matrix? Yeah, why not? Metric.cost bigram PPMI bigram PPMI. And to be honest, we need bigram vex is torch.cat bigram PPMI bigram PPMI that transpose dim equals -1. So this is like v by vocab size by d, and this shall give me vocab size by vocab size, which is basically the pairwise similarity between everything. Right, we can sim that shape. Now we can have top k sim, top k words, or top k IDs is just going to be sim dot top k equals, I don't know, 110 maybe, and or maybe 100 and what? K equals 100, dim equals -1 dot, no, okay. And then print, what's called again, format list, no, something to something, I remember, int to words, right, indices to words, top k indices, vocab, top k Indians. Perhaps we shall p-print it. I hope it won't. Okay, did exactly what I didn't want it to do. Let's say p-print what's the name? I keep forgetting the names of my own functions. P-print list. P-print list. Okay, the formatting this fucking shit is way more difficult. You know what? You know what? I'm just going to say for I ins in top k ins. I'm gonna do. This should be good enough, okay? And let's perhaps also say vocab I enumerate indicator urge exist rivals, huh? Indianapolis resort. Doesn't make sense. Only other than Stockholm, the rest does not make sense. Lock. Let's also say okay semi. Or perhaps in a separate line. Let's say sweetened, tender, initial, changed, Fujitsu, huh? It's tender kind of makes sense. Lawson, Quintex, digital, what? What? Talent is all Lawson? What the fuck does that even mean? Catalog, Lawson. Let's just say if I is greater than 1,000, breaker. Electric, Pont. What? Sources, cola, brand, accessories. Isn't electric an adjective? Parts, proponents, structures, appreciation, articles, agenda. I guess. Receive is maximum. Eat, check, cap, carries. Why is maximum in there? Shearson, Weiss, Whitesfield, Moody, Cincinnati, Oakland, Michelle. Study, measured, compiled, interviewed, calculated, projections, famous, generated, appointment, delayed. Thursday is Tuesdays, Cincinnati, except, yeah, like a lot of noise, I would say, right? And these are way too fucking similar to each other for some reason. Sector, sentiment, moment. Formally, stories, employee. Generally, scrutiny, movies, HUD. Community, urban, objectives. Journal, refunding, acceptance, decades. Wednesday, Moody, etc. So let's see. So now what's going to happen if Wednesday does not even have other things? What about SOP 300? Report, opinion, led, closed, aim, aimed, scientist proposes, Kentucky instruments. Real, anti-prudential, floating, mid, medium. Management, heal, software. Let's say we kind of do this. Let's say Vigram. Right? And the next step is we kind of prune the elements. First 1,000, only top 1,000. Now I have less, shift, rather, weaker, fewer. Okay, report, opinion, led, claim, amendment. Okay, close, aim, aimed, scientist proposes. Real, anti, something. Sold. Answer, looking, aim, trades, continues. growth, expectations, reductions, dinner, affiliated, achieved, increase, drop, reductions, weakness, invest, issues, reduction, why is there a reduction, returns, hands, effects, membership, levels. Can we drop it to 100? Work, task, driving, air rules, operations, presence, employees, decisions, proposal, provisions, numbers, all those are straight in there. Then is privates. Wow, this does not make sense. Loss and size, millions, thousands, dozens. Department, company, lane, designer, Japan. Past, next, official, killing, model, last. Lower, higher. Shift, language, rather, weaker, fewer. Sale, size, millions, sale. However, consideration happens, creates, bringing doubt anyway. But R is Oklahoma. What the fuck? Way. Plans. Vice. Economic. How. Insurance. Pond. Less. Shift, rather, weaker, 10. Report, opinion, led, claim, proposal. Closed, aimed. Same fucking shit. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I'm stupid, am not I? Wait, how does this work? This should not even work, no? Report, move, file, claim. Less, more, other, rather, lower, cheaper, greater, weaker, further. Closed, economist, scientist, appearance. Real, current, fast, junk, management, hill, trading, estate, better. Sold, built, paid, used, offered, rich, in, made, able. Growth, baseball, sales. Sales makes sense. Performance makes sense. Increase makes sense. Increase, rise, drop makes sense. Issues, levels, gains, positions, position, fields makes sense. Term, tech, border, lived, issue makes sense. Common, preferred, depository, foreign. Common is an adjective though. Major makes sense. Over. New kind of makes sense. The rest, preferred wave also makes sense, but major and common kind of are synonymous, right? Banks, firms, managers, companies, kinda, yeah. Several, my, some, many, their, his, its, for, recent. I don't know about that. Why would several be with all of the prepositions? Several people, some people, yeah. Many people, yeah. In that case, yeah, several, some, many, for, also numbers, right? Each, all, every, etc. Law, marketplace, assumption, IRS, where, against, beyond, into, very, highly, fairly, leading, possible, convertible, pay, go, raise, add, choose, yen, marks, pence, million, billion, guilders, Bush, Jerry, Thomas, Reagan, bid system, called, tissue, huh? This does not make sense. I should probably write it down, like what didn't make sense. But that also wouldn't make sense though. Is there like some ground truth? Like called? This doesn't make sense. This makes zero fucking sense. Current. Junk. Fastest, latest, real. Makes sense. Due, slips, designed. Is due past tense verb? Is due a verb? I don't know about that. Few, dramatic, vast, few and vast, kinda, yeah. Highly, I don't know about highly. Good, significant, regulatory, battery, civil, classic, weekly. Used, easy, able, required, unable, built, made, linked, order, typing. Early, interest, October, March, Tokyo, lackluster, the fuck? Public, California, future, London, federal, government. Public is an adjective, no? Why would there be these public place? I mean, public also is a noun, though, right? He went to the public. Cash, September, Malaysia, Turkey, Chicago, California, articles. Why is Fund, market, company, harvest, shows, administration. Oil, pont. What the fuck is pont? Now, these are should not be semantically related or semantically similar. Of, for, in, on, by, from, at, with, and to. Of and for and in, highly similar. To, from, for, highly similar. The, and, it's, there, it is, from, any, one, this. In, for, on, and, for, but, of, dot, and, unc. This and was, will. For, of, in, on. That, which, but, and, what. All of the signs. Is, was, has, are, all of these. It, he, they, right? Said, says, and, that, but. So I mean, you kind of like, yeah, it's prepositions here, right? Aren't they prepositions mostly? Form prepositions, determiners up to here, and then these are kind of like has a similar role as determiner if you think about it, right? A car, the car, my car, his car. Similar in some sense. Why did you get fucking fat all of a sudden? Determiners, and I mean this is kind of little not accurate because and is a conjunction, I guess. I don't think and can be used as determiner. That, which, but, like in this case that is not a pronoun, but it's more like a sentence connector. I don't know what to call it. Is, was, has, like all of the modal verbs or like the supportive verbs. It, he, they, their, I, she, that, who, right? These are, by the way, that is in here, but for that there's only it that is a pronoun. But here, for it has all of these as similar words, which is interesting. Said, says, and, but, as, that, say, is, when. No, I don't know why and is in there. And but. But kind of makes sense because both are used. Like if you omit that, right? Then the context of that and the context of said is, especially the right context, is similar. Like he said, I will do blah blah blah, right? So he said and then pronoun versus he said that I will blah blah blah, or he will blah blah blah, right? So if you omit the that, which you do a lot of the times, then the right context would be similar. But I'm not sure about the left context. On, for, in, with, from, by, at, of, under, into. So does this mean that I should consider the different contexts, directions separately instead of like concatenating them like that? Perhaps I should do that. Let's say sim1 is equal to this. Okay. No, it's not just this, but this cut and then sim2 is the same thing. But it's like transpose that cutoff. And then the final sim is just sim equals sim1 plus sim2 divided by 2, I guess. Now is this the same, is my question. If you look at it like real fast, natural, junk, fastest, kind of all adjectives, right? Management, heal, I don't know why heal is always in there. Sold, used, paid, built, offered, introduced, reached, extended, made, increased. So all past tense verbs. Growth, executive, service, wrought, increase, apartment, rise, drop, third, moving, retailers. Issues, levels, positions, partners, positions, provisions, fields, gains, heavily executed. Term, quality, arbitrage, hill, grade. Common, preferred, foreign, overall, whose, their, major. Bank, firms, several, recent, some, my, many, for, south. Law, assumption, language. This feels a bit better, right? Where? I don't know what about this. Very, fairly, highly, negative, serious, preliminary. Pay, raise, fend, go, talk, succeed. All verbs. Yen, marks, pence, millions, cents. Bush, packaging, packaging. Thomas Reagan. Why is packaging? Bid, system, shareholder, reputation. Call the tissue out, trading, buy, beige, arbitrage. Current, junk, fastest, minimum, Iran. Do, trying, design, seeking, studying. Bill, plan, proceed, gene, barrel, prison. Few, dramatic, negative, highly, serious, preliminary. So, I mean, few is a little bad. Good and spokeswoman, stronger package? Why is so much fucking about packaging? Used is easy, able, required, unable. I mean, I guess used to, easy to, able to, required to, enable to, built. Built is like past tense. Linked to, ready to, loyal to even. Right, made to, loyal to, so it's all like linked by just to alone. Early is interest, lackluster, the fuck. Public, California. Cash. This makes no sense other than that. Fund, oil, cotton. Yeah, makes sense. So less, more, cheaper, fewer, rather, aggressively. Report, move, claim, run, closed, real, medium, second, heart, Iran, fast, current, fourth, mid, third. Right, again, prepositions, the, is, his, and, blah blah blah. In, of, for, on, form. Like, what if we just consider some extreme case like fucking 10? Insurance, IRS, difference, players, highest road, specialists, less, producing, Thomas, Sony, death. Report, move, buy, sell, whether, run, claim, get, closed, reason, proposal. And somehow late and early is close in this case. So for each novel item, the closest members should be in this set. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
makes sense to me.
Only background, but I don't think we need the agent stand-up for this. I think this is a great agent stand-up for today. Yeah, how about
Oh,
this is Marco.
Stefan is also with a couple. Oh, I see.
Yeah, right. Fuck. This should be now fine. Okay, great.
There are people in the Zoom.
Right.
Around.
Well, people get their demo ready because I don't think they quite have their demo ready. You just join them around.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
You want us to go join on?
Yeah, just join them around.
Who's there? Besides.
We're gonna demo a little bit, but it's like, yeah.
Well, we can start with the. I mean, you've seen all the way because we kept jamming.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yes.
Just somewhere and then like make sure there's a door that's closed between the two. And then we're just joining this room. Yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna join.
Cool. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Great. So I just want to show you this real quick, which is the main thing that I can really show that I did this week. We're thinking of how can we scale our sandboxes to million concurrent sandboxes. And we had a architecture that did not support this, which is specifically this architecture, which is very local CLI heavy. This was on purpose, just so we can get started and test things and bootstrap, and that's fine, but now we need to scale it, so we need to change it. And this is what we came up with now in the end. Feedback is still always appreciated, but this is kind of like we took it as a North Star to develop towards for now. If you're interested in it, I would suggest you just check out the architecture repository that is now an internal repository, so everybody has access as well. There's also stuff like the old backend from the chat-to-div era in legacy backend. You can check it out here. Pretty much what are we changing? We're dragging out lots of stuff from the local CLI. We're dispersing it somewhere between an operator, a client library for various users of the sandboxes. Initially agents for SFT data, later RL code by Eric. And the sandbox session manager is kind of going to handle all of this, make sure that we can create a tree of sandboxes, we can walk back in the tree, we can fork in the tree, we can join back together. And we're gonna use some kind of self-hosted Tailscale or teleport to hide the fact that we're likely going to be running on many clouds in many different regions. That's about it. If you have feedback, welcome to give us feedback. You can check out the rest of the docs in here. We have a glossary now as well that defines all the terms. And a bit more information around the scale. Biggest problem right now that we either need to solve or swallow is going to be the cost of compute, which even with 91% spot discount is going to be crazy high. So, we will talk about it today. Yes, that's it. Someone else?
I can go.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we went through a bunch of explorations this week. The first thing that I have available to demo right now is we started experimenting with a built-in terminal in the application. So if I'm in the chat input right here and I type a $ in a space, this is xterm.js. It's the same terminal emulator that's used in like VS Code. And it's connected to a real terminal that's being controlled by the Electron app. So I can do some stuff in here, like let's say
I want to install a library that doesn't exist. Gonna wait for that to error out. If I exit the terminal, it gets added to my chat history, so now I can ask Magic what went wrong there. And it sees the output, and it's telling me that the package isn't in the registry. And yeah, that's it. That's how the terminal works. It's pretty useful. We haven't thought through a ton how the entire experience should work. Like even if you have an empty terminal, stuff like that, it's still going to get added to the history. We've got to figure all that out. It's quite challenging when you have when you're just working with a PTY that's just binary data in and out. It's hard to tell what the user's actually done. Anyway, the other thing, one of the other things that we prototyped was the quality here is going to be extremely poor. One of the other things that we prototyped is code completion. So I think this is running right now. I'm in this app, and if I start typing, eventually I'll get a slow completion unless the process died from GPT-4 or Turbo. I may have to restart the debugger here because I think I put my laptop to sleep.
And that reminds me of some old times.
Yeah, oh, there it goes. So sometimes the quality is okay, most of the time it's bad. Let's see if we get anything good.
We demo the chat history is taken into account too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can get it to actually do that. I'm gonna clear this thread and say something very obvious. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that and see if it gets it. Nope. I may have also I may have removed that from the prompt while I didn't check to see whether I even have code changes right now. But the idea is that, and it's gotten it right a couple times, the idea is that it's not just code complete, that code complete is supposed to be aware of the content that's in your chat window, so that if you're discussed a specific implementation plan with Magic, the completions will be able to take that plan into account. It's just that with GPT-4 Turbo, it's slow, the completion quality is bad. I'm not spending that much time trying to figure that out since we'll have something better eventually anyway. So yeah, that's it. We did a little bit of Docker stuff this week, but I don't think I can quickly switch branches and get that stuff demonstrated, but that's it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It would be super easy for us to use some smaller models, right? Especially as these days the smaller models actually are more and more usable.
I tried CodeLlama. CodeLlama, the quality was bad. I tried Llama. I was running Llama 370B, non-quantized, and the output there was also not great. Yeah, if you mean a small
Yeah, sure, but
model.
if they need a model to prototype with,
They have to deal with input. You don't want to do that. If you also want to,
I could,
oh, yeah.
why not?
But it doesn't matter.
For
Yeah, I do.
Like there's no, but.
Oh, yeah, we could do, I didn't even try the Anthropic models for code completion yet. I could do that. The other thing that's difficult is they don't have insert modes. So CodeLlama has that insert mode, which is supposed, it does a poor job, but that would be ideal as if Haiku had an insert mode, or if we could fine tune. I don't know if they have fine tuning.
It also just doesn't matter much once we know what the right UX is for code completion.
They're not gonna
At
let
the end, you won't learn anything. It's more tying the two together, the magic after the IDE.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. Thanks,
So if
everybody.
we can't demo the diff, we should traffic didn't commit to GitHub. So it's under that.
Oh. Hey.
No.
But the video is in the Slack, so you can.
It's the best. I would create a cron job on his machine specifically to run git push.
Commit, git push. We can also show something off quickly. And we haven't prepared anything, so this is just really basic. But what we've done is we're building our environment evaluator, and there were tools added now this week. So we provided Claude with some tools to read the project structure, the project content, to read specific files, read the workflow logs that were run, and then also to run commands on its own. And we're still building this out, but here would be an example on the repository that already tried to do that. So the assistant tried here, okay, he thought, yeah, I need to determine what needs to be done, and I have now this tool, read workflow execution logs, and then it invoked this tool. We provided the logs to that, quite a bunch of logs. And after that, it, figured out that this seems successful. There's only one warning and no errors, but he wants to do some further evaluation and uses the project structure tool to get more information from that. And nothing too fancy here, but the progress here is you see how our Claude evaluator can use.
Can I ask a question? Is that thinking marker that it's doing before each tool call, is that something that Claude is just trained to do, or are you prompting it into doing that thinking step before it makes the tool call?
It does this on its own, so this is not included in our prompt.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Why Claude versus GPT-4 Turbo? Just because of context window size, or like?
Yes.
Yeah. Because of the yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you already try it and did you see any improvements by having those tools now? Like,
And currently we have errors in those tools, so we increased performance. And we're fixing it. Okay.
For example, the tool result from the project structure, as you can see here, is it's giving a wrong.
We're providing the wrong repository. We're still in. This is currently being developed. Okay. Yeah. Just a
nice.
quick insight.
With this tool calling stuff in Claude, so wait, does this thinking thing only happen with tool calling, or is it like us? I have not really seen it Claude do this like without prompting.
Yeah, it's when you invoke it with specific tools that are available, it starts with the thinking tag. And it's really funny because our prompt was conclude your result with is the environment okay or not, with true and false. And then it started adding tags for like result true, because it did the thinking thing. Yeah, it's really like
it's supposed to help with debugging on which tools are used, and it should help developers improve the description.
Can it call multiple tools, or is it just one call? And is it one tool?
It should be able to call multiple tools at once, but it also says in the docs that Claude doesn't like to do it. So the API supports it.
GPT-4 Turbo does call multiple tools at once pretty frequently when
Okay.
it's appropriate. It may be worth trying to see.
Yeah, I mean, we have not experimented a lot, just what we've seen. It does it sequentially.
Very good at picking the right tool, even if you have tools that are very pretty similar on Turbo.
So when using tools, it might be an option to use.
It is super nice. The SDK is really awesome. I just discovered it. Like, very cool.
Might be
I also
worth-
imagine that you could probably just scroll over the logs. Like just use multiple prompts to look at the entire log and see if any of the scrolls had any indication.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like that.
Yeah, we could do it. That's a good idea.
I think
Thanks
generally
for-
you want to be using. I think generally you want to be using GPT-4. It seems like organizationally, like GPT is always going to be better at code because they have an organization that cares about code way more than like Anthropic seems to be. And according to most of the benchmarks that you Turbo is like significantly better. So this might be good future proofing that we don't invest tons of time into prompting Claude.
Yeah, would actually be interesting to switch out Claude with GPT-4 just one by one, just going the other API with the current result we have now and see what number we get.
Yes.
And Turbo's not that much smaller token wise. It's like 128K versus 200 also.
Because we don't have the million tokens.
Yeah. And there's something weird with the token size when they correctly. Don't know if you've investigated that yet, but
I've not. But I think from this conversation, totally makes sense to check out.
okay. Yeah.
GPT.
Yeah. The tools that we have currently is, as you saw, get the project structure, get the project content. That means all files in the whole project. That's a big context thing. And then if it wants to read a specific file, it can do that. And then also run command. So it gives you the command to run, and then it gets the output. For example, to validate if npm is in a specific version or node is in a specific version. Stuff like that. These are the tools currently available.
Thanks for the info. Very helpful.
Great.
Cool. Okay. Then that's it for this week.
Yeah. Anyone else have something to show?
Oh, not really. Also the stand up, I think.
Yes.
Cool.
Nice.
Good.
Did we delete the AWS builder?
Now is a good time if anyone has any
Yeah.
if anyone has any questions on the project, because it's multiple teams, multiple moving parts, things changing, anything. If you have questions, others likely have the same question, don't be shy.
I mean, I just started with one of the core components, moving that to Go. Yeah, but I can't really show anything other than code because it doesn't run yet, so there might not be a point.
That makes sense.
Progressing.
We're gaining steam on the infra side as well.
Yeah,
Faster, faster every day. And finally deleted the AWS build kit builder.
Thank you.
Yes, which is great. It was like an old legacy certs in Docker, weird ass fucking Docker build kit host. Now all Kubernetes hosted. So good job, Jing, on that. Yes.
Nice. Jing, we miss you.
Yeah, I miss you guys too.
Soon, hopefully
Yeah.
soon.
Yes.
Visa approved soon.
Looking forward.
Yeah. I will update you guys once I get it. Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
Okay, all done?
Yeah.
see you at the pizza place.
See you later.
I was
Yes.
bye.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yaxşımı, yaxşımı? Teştirdingizmi? Akşam qilgan gaplar ağzına